But don't, you say perhaps a minimum of 4 jumps a year. This doesn't seem an awful lot. Doesn't this perhaps encourage people to worry unnecessarily about jumping?
I don't think so. I think if you did 1 a week, you'd still feel exactly the same.
I did when I just finished a tour in Bahrain of a year. I didn't do a lot of parachute now. And when I came home, I went straight on the lifeline exercise. And it does make a lot of difference to me if I haven't done a jump for a long time.
How do you feel about people who do refuse to jump?
Well, I don't really... I mean, they're not regarded as cowards. They've all got their own reasons.
Does it affect you in any way, or your own feelings about jumping?
No. You think, oh, that chap must want to get out, something like that. He's got a reason not doing it, and that's it.
You don't think people refuse to jump just because they're frightened of jumping?
No, I don't think so.
They usually have other reasons.
It's always he's got a lot on his mind or something like that.
Well, I don't think people in the brigade really think an awful lot about it. I mean, we had these 2 refused, well, they've refused. I don't think we talk about it an awful lot. And I don't think we get the impression that they're cowards.
I mean, you say you don't talk about it. Is that because you're a bit ashamed of it from the regiment's point of view?
Not at all, no.
It's just something you accept?
It's just something to do accept, yeah.
Well, they must have their own reasons, strong reasons, to refuse at this stage. But I don't think really I'm in a position to comment on how they do feel.
It doesn't worry you, though?
No, don't think so.
What about this exercise tonight? What do you think about that?
Well, it isn't a very long exercise, so it should be okay.
Check equipment!
One man lost his life on last night's exercise, but accidents are rare. So too are refusals. But is it significant that there have been 3 refusal incidents within the last year?
I don't think so. There was a death last year. This may have been a factor. But then I've been parachuting since 1942, when almost time airborne forces were formed. And it's a curious thing that you go for a longish period without a refusal, and then you might get 2 or 3, you might even get half a dozen. I can recall 1 or 2 periods like that. It is very difficult to pin down what it actually is. I know that when I've spoken to men who have refused and have been punished and so on, one bears no ill will, and one says, why did you do this? Why didn't you come forward? Most of them say, either I thought I could get over it, or I didn't like to tell anybody. There's a very big factor of pride, personal pride involved here. One's prestige amongst one's comrades, what one owes to oneself and so on. That's this business of meeting the challenge.
You don't think the pressures in the brigade are so strong that they prevent people coming forward?
Well, I don't think that, and if they are, then I ought to be sacked.